Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to discuss what is a model, what is a library, what is a package in a Python, not only in a Python. Okay, you can consider the same concept is applicable to the other programming languages also like Java, .NET or any other. Okay, so the module is a Python file or a single file that contains a Python code. So what you can do, you can write your functionality or whatever the functionality you would like to reuse, and you can maintain that file and you can use that file anywhere without rewriting the code for every time. So okay, how to do that? Okay, so here this is what my file. Okay, and what I will do, I have created one more file here. So let me copy this file here. Let me remove this. Okay, let's say you have to write your own function, let's say for any kind of calculation, any kind of activity, or the function could return anything as per your requirement. So if I define the function here, you can, it's not like that. Okay, you can define the function, you can have the hierarchy class, and if I say demo module is a class name. Okay, inside of that, if you say, if I say demo function, okay, this is what my function. So inside of class, if you create this, so obviously you need to create in object of this class and all, and then you can use this functionality. Okay, so if I say self, so the way you have written code, accordingly you have to use the code. Okay, if you do not create this class and all, so you don't need to go for the or instantiation of this class. Okay, so here demo class, and I will say this is what a print. Okay, I'm not going to build any vast functionality here. I'm just simply showing you how the module works in Python. Okay, so if I say this is the module, and I will say demo module. Okay, this is what I am going to print whenever I call this function. So how to call these functions? Okay, so far this file is sitting in the same folder. Okay, both the files are sitting in the same folder. So what you can do, you can import this file directly here. So I will say import. Okay, and if I say wc, so you can see that here it is reflecting. So in this way I can, so what we did, we have created a class. So what we can do, we can instantiate that class. So I will say d1 demo1 is equal to, okay, wc dot and demo model. Okay, this is what the class you can use. So this is what the constructor I am using to instantiate the class. Now d1 dot demo function, this is what the function you can call. So okay, whatever the code I have written here in this file, I'm able to use that file. Okay, use that code in the another file. That is what the module. Okay, so here you can see that so far I don't have any another folder. Okay, one folder is there, that is for this practice questions and all. But if I try to execute this file now, so Python, what Python will do, Python will compile this code and store into the another Python py.pyc file or .pyc folder. Okay, kind of things. And there, from there, that code will be referred for further execution. Okay, so let's execute this. So if I come and open the command prompt for this folder, here I can write py webchamp.py, and if I run this, so you can see that what it does. Okay, though it has called a function, that is not a problem. Okay, but PyCatch. Okay, this is what the, and this is what the Python compiled Python file. So whatever the code you have written in this file, that gets compiled and stored in this way somewhere in the system, and from this it will load the code into your this file whenever you are calling this function using this module of Python. So this is what the module. Okay, so let's say this is not sitting in the same folder. So how you can do? So if I run this, meaning if I open this, okay, let's keep this somewhere else. Okay, so I will create one more folder dot demo. Okay, so demo, and what I can do, I can keep this folder, some meaning keep this that file in this folder. So now this, that is sitting there. Okay, so how you can do that? Okay, so from the same directory, okay, I think we cannot use this because that is for the test, but let's say I can write in this way from demo, okay, import wc. So whenever your Python files are sitting in the another folder, okay, I can say in the subfolder, so you can do this also. Okay, still if I try to run this file, you will see we will get the output. Okay, same output we are getting, because compile, it will compile the code and store in this folder only. Okay, it will not create another folder, well, no matter from where. Okay, so it has compiled and stored this file here only in the same folder, meaning wherever is your model is sitting, in that folder itself, it will go and it will create the compiled file. Okay, so this is how it's going to work, and this is what the model. So what you can do, you can simply build your whatever the code, meaning the code which you need very oftenly uh, to perform some kind of task. So you can develop here. Let's say if you wants to do the connection with any of the database sources, and also you can do the connection here and return the connection object and use that connection object to perform the various kinds of operations on the database. Okay, so that kinds of things you can definitely do with this. Okay, so this is about the module in Python. Module is nothing but it's very simple Python, single Python file, which can have the functions, classes, and variables defined. Okay, and you can simply use that by importing into your another Python script or Python file or Python module. Okay, whatever is good for you, you can refer that. Now next is, what is library? So library is a collection of modules. So okay, so whenever you have more than one Python file, so what we can do, we can say that is a library. Okay, so library can include the various modules. Okay, so it can have the number of files. Okay, each serving a specific purpose. So if you have that kind of mechanism, if you have number of files, so in that case, what you can do, you can simply import that module and you can use. But it's not about the folder and all. Okay, so that is different part. So anywhere you can have multiple files. Okay, that files can be used for the, meaning can have the different types of codes for the different purposes, and you can simply import that file and you can use that file. That is mean. Okay, so importing and all is, everything is similar. Okay, if let's say if here I have 10 files, Python files. Okay, so what I can do, I can simply say, so this is what my library. Okay, so that said, library is very similar, but just it has multiple Python files. Okay, and what it does, so it promotes the code reusable and save development time, obviously, because in modules, okay, what we can do, we can have our own code. Okay, but whenever required, so in that time you can create the module. But let's say libraries are sometimes already written by the someone, so definitely it will save your time. Okay, let's say you have to find out the square root or any other kind of operation, let's say power and all. So you don't need to write your own functions. So already functions are written in the math library. So this is a standard library. Okay, so Python has a very rich set of standard libraries and external libraries that can be installed using pip. So the way we install, okay, if you go to this command prompt and if you run any code here like this, pip install, and you cannot install math because that is a standard library that comes with the Python packages itself. Okay, whenever you install the Python. But in case if a few libraries are not coming, okay, so in that case, what we can do, we can use this and just write the library name here, and you will be able to install that library here. Okay, so this is how the library works. So standard library in case of Python, it is there, so we can directly use, so like import math. Okay, along with this I can say import date time. So this is the external library, right? Python do not support the date time operations, but yes, this library help us to work with the date and times. So this is external, this is standard library, I can say. Then even pandas, numpy, so these are the libraries that you can use. OpenPy Excel library you can use to work with the Excel. So these are the libraries, meaning the .py files, collection of .py files, so number of or .py files, okay, that perform the related task. Okay, so this is what the library. Now the difference is, okay, after that you can use this in any kind of code. Let's say if I wanted to say d is equal to, or today is equal to, okay, for example, if I say date time dot, so this is what my first date time is a module name. If I use second date time, you can see this is a class. Okay, this is a file .py file. This is a class, and this has a function called now. Okay, so I am going to call that. So okay, so here you can see that this is a method, this is definition, and also this is how even Python uh, works. So module name meaning the file name, then class name, and then function name you can use to do. And if I say print d, so this will return us a today's date. Okay, so this is how library. So here I don't need to build my own code, right? I'm directly using the code which is written by someone else. That is what the library. Okay, in case of module, obviously you are going to write your own code. In case of library, code is already written. Even you can create your own libraries. That is not a problem also. Okay, so now let's understand what does mean by package. So package is a way of organizing. Obviously, package also contains the .py files, or we can say it is a collection of .py files, but yes, into a single directory hierarchy. Okay, so folder, and inside of that, you can have the files. Even you can have the init.py files in that folder, and that file can be empty, or you can have your codes also. Okay, then you can organize this, meaning organize your modules. Okay, so package helps organize larger project, meaning whenever you have a large number of .py files to perform the different tasks. So in that case, obviously package is going to help. So it prevents naming conflict between the different modules. Okay, so let's say in between two modules, if your function, you have the same name of class, you may have the same name of function, so it will definitely prevent the conflicts between those. Okay, so here also what you can do, let's say, let me create the folder, okay, demo, and if I, okay, so here what I can do, I can simply have my number of Python files here. So for what I will do, I will just keep one file. Okay, and how to import this? Okay, so library you can simply import by using this. But let's say if you want to import any py file, the way imported, we imported the module from one folder, same way you have to do, because if the folder is there, you need to say from that folder name. Okay, so demo is my folder name, and then I will say import, and then here I have a file name called a wc, but you can have other file names, so you can have your own modules here to meaning as a package. Okay, and you will be able to use that. So now if I say wc dot demo modules is a class name, even same kind of definition you will get. Okay, here also, see, let's see. Okay, if I over the mouse, it will say WC is a module. If I over the mouse, it will say the demo module is a class. If I do this, so it will say demo function is a method. Okay, so similarly, a hierarchy you need to follow, obviously, but if you want to organize your files in hierarchical way, so you can create the package also. So this is all about the package in Python. Or this concept is applicable not only to the Python, but it can be applicable to the Java, it can be applicable to the .NET or any other kind of programming languages, whatever you are using, whenever this module package and library is allowed. So definitely, so this will, I hope this will make you understood what is mean by library, module, and package. So I hope, thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Please do not forget to share this video with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe webcam.